Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Games from Almost in Full Color. Again, before the video starts, I want to make sure that everybody remembers that we are in the last days of the free giveaway of the Spider-Man poster. All you have to do, once again, go back, watch our Otacon video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video. That'll get you into the running. That closes at the end of this month. And then we'll pick the winner of that and ship you out your free poster. So please make sure you do that. Now, for today, if you guys already seen the first video that came out this week, you would know that we did Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Now, the reason why I even played that game is because it reminded me of a game I used to play a long time ago when I was a kid, and it was a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game as well, but it was for the Sega Genesis, and it was still an arcade-style fighter akin to a Tekken or a Street Fighter, along those lines. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the game. So today's game is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Sega Genesis. This game is an arcade type fighter. It doesn't have a story mode. All it has is pretty much your classic Mortal Kombat style or Tekken style arcade story, where you just go through and fight a various amount of characters until you get to the final boss, beat him, and then that's pretty much it. You also have the 2-player mode, which is just a normal versus mode in case you want to play somebody else who's, of course, at the same location as you, because it's Sega Genesis. We don't have internet back in these days, people. So this game, like I said before, if you've seen the first video for Battle for the Grid, if Battle for the Grid fought like a Naruto Ninja Storm type game, this game fights more like a Street Fighter game, to where there's not one button to do one thing. You know, you have certain buttons for punch, certain buttons for kick. Also, you have to do the back down forward, or maybe back, you know, the whole half semicircle, or half from 9 to 3 o'clock, or from 3 to 9 o'clock, plus a button to do a special attack, just like you would have to do on, say, Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter type game. Now, this game, for the battle system, the combos are not really as long or as easy for juggle type combo mechanics as Battle for the Grid was. This one's a little more Street Fighter-ish. I mean, it's hard to compare it to something else because that's how much it fights like Street Fighter. And even though in Street Fighter you are able to juggle some, this game does not lend itself to any juggling. When you see the fall animations, it pretty much keeps you in an invisible iframe status, so you cannot chain combos by just juggling somebody. The game is really short, to be honest. You can only pick 5 characters. You can pick the Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger, Yellow Ranger. You got your basic 5 Power Rangers from the original show. Now, as you go through the game, you do unlock the Green Ranger. After you defeat him, obviously you fight him in his evil version. After you defeat him, you can select him from the character select screen. Unlike Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or Tekken or any of those type of games, every battle you face in this game, you get to pick a different character. So just because you pick the Red Ranger to start, you'll use the Red Ranger against the first enemy. The second enemy, the game gives you a chance to reselect the character. So you can select any other Power Ranger you want, or you can just pick the Red Ranger again. It's up to you. You also get to be able to fight with the Zords in this game. You fight with the Megazord, and also after you unlock the Green Ranger through the progression, you are able to use the Dragon Zord as well. Now, this game focuses strictly on the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger beginning part of the story, or beginning part of the series, I guess is a better way to word it. So there are no Thunder Zords or anything like that. There's no White Ranger. The far as it goes is pretty much the Green Ranger's story arc. Now, outside of the 2-player versus mode and the 1-player tower-based story mode, then that's all this game offers. You're not getting anything else, and this game actually released for $50 when it was brand new. So thinking back on my Battle for the Grid video earlier this week, where I pretty much trashed them for their whole pricing structure, you actually get less for this game and you pay a lot more. Now, that doesn't mean that I excuse anything they did with Battle for the Grid. I just wanted to point that out. But of course, back then, all games were $50 for the Sega Genesis, so that was just the going rate for any video game, no matter how big or small it was, or no matter how good or complete trash it was. This is actually a good game, it's just short. Now, if you were looking to actually go out and get this game and you wanted to purchase it for the Sega Genesis because you are one of the cart people, you love the actual hardware, you want the physical copy of the game, it's going to run you about $10 on eBay. Now, you could probably pay a little more if you obviously want like a excellent condition cart, or if you want a new in box, or if you just want an excellent condition cart along with the box. Obviously, that's going to run you a little more, but if you just want the game, you're looking at around about $10. Now, for the 2-player versus part of the game, you can see that you actually get a wider array of characters to use. Instead of just being able to use the 5 starter Power Rangers, you also get to use the Green Ranger, and you also get to use Goldar, Madame Woe, pretty much all the evil people you fight during the 1-player portion of the game. Quick side note that you also can unlock the evil version of the Green Ranger, but it's a cheat code. And if you want to unlock it, all you have to do is plug in a 2nd-player controller, and when you get to the Band Presto logo screen when you first turn the game on, just repeatedly hit the A, B, and C buttons all at the same time. You'll hear it say Power Rangers, and you'll unlock the evil Green Ranger. And one final thing before I go, I wanted to point out, it's just kind of funny to me when I actually played the game again. You can see that the font for the names are they're good for the most part, but sometimes they can say things that they probably don't mean to say. Case in point, when you're fighting Madame Woe, her name is Woe, so it should be W-O-E. But the way the font looks up at the top, it looks like her name is Madame Ho. And for some reason, I just thought that was fucking hilarious.